It's gonna be a story time for the first time on this channel. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, as you read in the title, yes, it's a different video today. It's gonna be a story time for the first time on this channel. This video is going to be a little serious. I don't know why I never addressed this situation or never spoke about it before. Not many of my friends know about it either. It's something I was ashamed of, not because of what happened with me, but because of how I reacted in that situation. I feel I should have reacted in a better way. But what's gone is gone, and nothing can be changed. But I can be more careful of what I do in the future. So there might be a lot of girls who go through the same thing what I have been through or what happened with me, but would be scared to talk about it just like I did a few years ago. And now I'm very much vocal about it because I feel that I have grown as a person and as a personality as well. My personality has changed over the years. How I used to look at things back then is very, very different from how I look at things now. I feel I've grown stronger emotionally and mentally as well. So that's why I thought of, talking about this and making a story time. Okay, so let's go back to my FYJC days. I was in 11th grade and I was studying in St. Xavier's High School and Junior College, Kanjurmarg. And I used to attend Jerry's classes. Jerry is my really good friend. If you follow me on Instagram, you might know him really well because I promote his stuff a lot. He promotes my stuff a lot. We do collaborations and stuff like that. So back then I used to go to attend his dance classes. He had two branches, one in Powai and one in Thane. So the classes were alternate days. I used to attend the classes in Powai because that was closer to me, and the classes in Powai were on Friday and Sunday, and the classes in Thane were on Thursday and Saturday. So he used to call me over there sometimes when I used to be free. He used to ask me, if you want to attend classes over here, you can come there as well. So what I used to do was, after my college used to get over, my college used to be from 12:30 till 6 in the evening. So I used to go directly from my college, have something on the way, and change as soon as I reach the classes, and then attend class and come back in the night around say 9 or 10 ish. It was a very normal day for me. I got done from my college. I met my friend. We both used to go to the classes together. I won't mention his name, but say his name is Anoop. Okay, let's just assume his name is Anoop. So I met Anoop and we both left for classes just like how we used to do every time. So we used to go to Thane station, and from there we used to either take an auto or a bus because the place where the classes were, that place was a little far from the station, say around 10 to 15 minutes away. We either used to take an auto or a bus. So that day we decided to take the bus because we did have time to spare. Now, because the classes were at a place which was away from the station, the buses weren't really frequent to go to that place. So the buses would come once in 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes the bus would come back. So whenever the bus used to come, it used to be really loaded. Now that we are in a pandemic and in a lockdown situation and stuff, I realize that how unhygienic and how stupid it is to travel with so many people around you sticking and shit. Let's not talk about it. But yeah, back in the days it was very normal. And mind you, growing up, I have always been a tomboy. I still am, and it's just I have never really felt weird or uncomfortable around boys. I always hang out with them like, yo, bro, what's up, and stuff like that. I have more boyfriends than I have girlfriends. So it really never mattered to me traveling in general compartment or in a bus filled with more men than women. It was always very much normal to me. And that day also there were a lot of men and few ladies as well. So when the bus came, my friend Anoop, he told me to get in the bus first and then he would get in right behind me, because that's kind of a thing what boys do. They normally be a gentleman and tell you to step in first so that you get in. Even if they can't, they'll somehow try to get in, but just to be protective, they try to, you get my point, right? So while I was getting in, there were a lot of people around me trying to get in the bus together. Now this bus had like a huge opening behind, because it was like a big bus. It didn't have like a small door, it had like a big door to get in the bus. So when we all were like pushing ourselves together inside, I felt a hand behind me touching my waist from behind and slowly sliding towards the center of my belly. I thought maybe it was just me assuming things, and maybe someone just trying to reach out to the pole so that they can pull themselves in. So I didn't really bother a lot, and I just tried to push myself in. But then I felt that hand slowly trying to slide into my pants. Now, mind you, I was wearing my college uniform, which is a trouser and a shirt. So I could feel his hand trying to slide in. Again, because it was really crowded, I couldn't turn around and see who it was. So I thought the best solution is to just push myself in so that that hand automatically goes behind, and then once I get into the bus I can turn around and maybe check who that person was. So I tried to do that and I pushed myself in. As soon as I pushed myself in, I stood in one corner, and because there was a lot of crowd, the conductor told me to stand aside or else move ahead so that others get a chance to get in. I was waiting for my friend Anoop and I saw him get in, and he told me, you go ahead because there's like a reservation for ladies seats. So he told me, go ahead, as soon as any lady gets up you can just sit over there, I'll take the tickets and I'll be there. I didn't get time to talk to him about what just happened, and I thought maybe it was just me thinking, or it's not a big deal, so I'll just sit down for now and talk to him later, because I had anyway not seen who that person was and I couldn't see his face either. So I went ahead and I was just standing there waiting for someone to get up so that I can sit, and I feel the hand sliding towards my pants again. I didn't know how to react. I could feel chills down my spine, and whenever I tried to look behind, that person would dunk or do something so that I can't see his face. I thought the best solution was to take my bag ahead so that that person can't reach there. I don't know how. Okay. As soon as I did that, he took his hand out, and the next moment I could feel his hand on my butt. I felt really disgusted. I took my bag behind again, and then again his hand came in front. I kept going back and forth with my bag, and every time I would shift, he would touch me somewhere else. At a point, I just turned with a lot of strength, and I could see his face finally. And then, when I saw his face, I just couldn't move. I was numb because he is literally my dad's age. He was literally my dad's age, and I didn't know how to react, what to do. I just stood there and I just told him, excuse me. And then he told me what happened. Like, he spoke to me in Hindi. I just told him, excuse me, and he told me, क्या हुआ? I said, मुझे पीछे जाना है. I want to go behind. And he had the audacity to say, यहीं पे रुक जाओ. Stay right here. Like, dude, I didn't know what to do. Trust me, if that happened to me right now, then I would have kicked right in his balls. I'm sorry for the language, but I would have done that because I don't know really what was going on in my head back then. But today, I can say that I'm strong enough to defend myself. Back then, I didn't know what to do, and I just started shivering right after that. When he didn't allow me to go behind, I turned again and I kept my back behind and I moved 2 steps further so that he doesn't touch me again. But he came again ahead, tried to push his body on me and tried to slide his hand over my body, and I got so disgusted. I just turned around and I tried to go behind. He again tried to stop me and he asked me kahan jana hai, and I just pushed him and I just went behind to my friend Anoop so that I can tell him what happened. By the time I could tell him everything, I told him, I just went there and I told him that, see, that guy is touching me from behind and stuff like that. And Anoop got so furious, he went to search for that guy. As soon as Anoop reached there, this fellow got down right at the next stop. He just got down, and then Anoop kept searching, and he asked me from there, is it this guy? Is it this guy? And I could see that guy getting down, and he smirked at me. I didn't know how to react. I felt the ground moving from beneath my legs. I didn't know what to do. I literally didn't know what to do. I told him it was not that guy. And then when he came behind, he kept asking me, who is it? Tell me, tell me. And I told him he just left. And he told me, why didn't you tell me back then? Why didn't you shout? Why didn't you do anything? And I didn't have an answer to it. I didn't know. I didn't know why I didn't do anything. I didn't know why I just stood there numb, not reacting, not saying anything, not doing anything to defend myself or protect myself. I was shook, and it took me a hot minute to realize what happened. And it actually happened, and it was not me hallucinating. As soon as we reached the dance class, I went to the washroom, I went to change. I didn't talk to anyone. Normally, when I enter, I like greet everyone. Till date, this is my habit. Whenever I meet someone, I greet them really well, like, hey, hello, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. But that day I didn't. I just rushed to the washroom, and while changing my clothes, I could still feel his hand crawling over my body. I felt disgusted. I didn't really know what to do. I was 17, 16 or 17 back then, and till date, I am embarrassed about myself because I didn't do anything in that situation. And I'm not embarrassed because that happened to me, because that is what he should be embarrassed for, not me. But I am angry and embarrassed about myself because I didn't do anything in that situation to protect myself. I didn't do anything, and I'm still shook at how a person can do that and smirk at you, have the audacity to question you in that situation, go from there with a smile on his face. And I could literally see that thing on his face. I could see the spark on his face that, oh, I did it, I did something good today. And I don't get it. How can someone be happy when you have just ruined that person's day, maybe scarred that person for life? Because I know for sure that this memory is going to stay with me throughout my life. After that, I got so scared, and in the class, I didn't talk to anyone a lot. I changed my clothes, I felt disgusted. I kept washing my face again and again to maybe feel a little more cleaner than how I felt in the bus. I came out, we practiced. Towards the end, when we were traveling back home, Jerry asked me what happened. I was not really in the state to tell him anything. Anoop told him half of the story. Jerry asked me, can you fill me with the details? I told him everything while I was shivering. Jerry was furious because of that fellow, obviously, and also because I didn't do anything. And I feel he did the right thing. He took a lot of time while we were going back home to explain me how we are responsible for our own selves, and how we should be the one protecting ourselves, because we can't really expect anyone else to read our minds what is going on with us. I had the option to yell at that person, I had the option to slap that person, I had the option to raise my voice because the bus was crowded. They could have hit him, done something, and I could have protected myself, but I didn't do any of it just because I got too scared, just because I was too embarrassed to accept and to admit that something like that happened with me. Till date, I am scarred because of that memory. Whenever I am in a public place, and even if someone's hand just brushes off, not on purpose, just like that, I get scared. In the train, if someone's hand just randomly touches me here and there, I do tell them in a very polite manner to just mind their hands so that I don't feel uncomfortable. And sometimes when people do it on purpose, I do confront them. It's been a difficult time ever since to trust someone around you, especially strangers, that they wouldn't have the same intentions as that guy. the reason why I thought of being vocal about this is because we live in India, and not only in India, this happens everywhere around the world, and girls need to be vocal about it and take action against it, because not doing so encourages these people and encourages them to do such things with other girls as well. When I think about another 16-year-old getting touched in places she shouldn't be getting touched in public by someone like that, it gives me chills. I get goosebumps, and I know how it feels, and I feel really disgusted. The reason why right now I'm being so strong and confident while talking about it is because I've grown through it, and I know even though it's going to scar me for life, it's going to stay with me for life. I know how to deal with it if it happens again with me. I wouldn't deal with it the same way I did back then. I would be more vocal. I will defend myself, and I will protect myself this time. My parents don't know about it. Now, if they watch this video, they will. The reason why I didn't tell them was because this is a thing with parents, like, they are so protective about you. They get really scared if something like that happens, and they become very protective about you. They wouldn't let you go out unless they know that you would come back safe and not be in crowded places again and stuff like that. And I didn't want my freedom to be restricted like that, so I didn't tell them. And also because I didn't want them to get worried for me, and always be scared that their daughter is out there in the world with the fear of getting touched and molested. I don't know what not. So I just thought I'll keep it to myself. My friends who are really close to me, some of them know, some of them don't. Once I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, I told her about this. She told me a worse story which happened to her. And I thought, why is this so normalized in this world? Like, why is getting touched in a public place by random strangers so normal? Like, it shouldn't be. It's really sickening, it's really sad, it's really disgusting, but it's true and it needs to stop. Uh, I hope it stops soon, because I wouldn't be comfortable seeing any other girl going through the same thing. That's it for this video, guys. I wouldn't ask you all to like, comment, or do any of that jazz, because this is more like a one on one conversation I wanted to have. Yeah.